This is my practical guide for getting an aesthetic physique. This is for guys who want real advice from someone who's been on this journey. This is an extremely detailed 12-minute long video and consists of 4 separate sections which are all essential if you actually want to make this work. I started training around about 4 years ago with the same goals as you. I'm going to try and give you the best, most real advice I can in hopes to help guys who are at my starting point. Because honestly, my life has got so much better since then. Most of these photos that I'm showing you are from when I've already started training, because I don't actually have any from before I started training because I was too embarrassed of myself to take photos. I'm pretty sure that this is the earliest video I have of my physique, and I've prepared a little edit for you guys to showcase how far I've came. I hope that this can give you a better understanding of what you can actually achieve if you listen to my advice, and most importantly, you believe in yourself. Because at the end of the day, I can give you the best advice I possibly can, but ultimately it's all down to you and whether you actually put the work in. You can take the dog to the water, but you can't make him drink it. The power to make that change is in your hands. I'm not just going to give you some silly workout that's going to turn you into a Greek god in 2 weeks. I made this video as if it was for my younger self with the same goals as you. And I'm going to go over the most important factors that will actually help you get an aesthetic physique or your dream physique. Not just provide you with a workout plan and then expect you to follow it. You may have already noticed this, but this video is very similar to Hamza's version of how to get an attractive physique. But I feel like there was a lot of things that he missed out on, ways that I can improve on that to help you guys even more. Okay, so this is my new and improved tier list of attractive muscle groups, and these are the ones that we're mainly going to be focusing on to build the ultimate aesthetic physique, and I'll explain why. Number 1, abs. This symbolizes the Greek gods. Everyone knows what they look like, everyone thinks they look cool, and everyone has tried those 5-minute workouts to try and get them. I personally believe that these are the foundation of an aesthetic physique, and if you don't have them, then I don't think you're that aesthetic. Men love them, women definitely like them, and even dogs love them, and that's why abs are at the top of the list. Next up is chest, and a well-developed chest is crucial for an aesthetic physique because it creates a balanced and powerful upper body appearance. It's also the very symbol of masculinity itself. It complements the shoulders, arms and back, enhances the V-taper, adds depth and thickness to the upper body, improves posture by pulling back the shoulders, which will not only make a person look taller and more confident, but also support overall body aesthetics. The chest is also one of the most predominant muscle groups, often visible even in regular clothing. A strong, well-defined chest can make a significant difference in how someone looks both in and out of clothing. Next up, we have the lateral deltoids. These are the king of aesthetics. Well-developed lateral deltoids significantly contribute to the shoulder width, which enhances the V-taper look. The shoulders appear more rounded and fuller from all angles, making the upper body look more muscular and defined. They also enhance the appearance of the arms by creating a smoother transition from the shoulders to the biceps and triceps. At number 4, we have the lats. The lats add significant thickness and depth to the back, which enhances the overall muscularity and definition of the upper body. They are also essential for creating the V-taper look, which is a hallmark of the aesthetic physique. The last one up is the neck. I bet you're not training your neck, and I bet you've never even heard of training your neck. But a thick neck makes an insane difference in your physique, just trust me. A thicker, muscular neck makes you look more masculine and less like a little boy. And it's a part of your body that's always visible no matter what type of clothing you wear. And ultimately it completes the overall aesthetic look. If you don't know what exercises to do or you need a routine to follow, I'll leave you a link in the description to a 12-week muscle growth plan that I created myself. I made this specifically for you guys and my followers, and don't worry, it's completely free. Okay, so moving on to the most important part of getting a good physique, which most other influencers don't actually help you with. They will give you loads of exercises and programs, tell you how to lose the body fat, which I'm going to do as well, but they always miss the most important part, which is how to actually stay consistent with following the routines and programs. Because because if you can't be consistent, you will never get any results. And before you say, what do you mean? I'll be able to stick to it easily, no problem. Well, that is highly unlikely. And if you want to do that, be my guest, but I can guarantee you'll return to this video in a few months to get this advice. This is something you all need to know and something I wish I had help with when I was starting out. To start out, before you start doing any sort of training or following any programs, I want you to develop a consistent morning and nighttime routine that's not too difficult but not too easy at the same time. I want you to stick to these routines no matter what. I don't care if you want to do it or you've had a bad day. Don't make any excuses for yourself, otherwise you will never succeed. Start off slowly by making your bed, drinking a glass of water, reading a book, or just doing some push-ups. Any positive habits, you can put them in there. Write them down in a specific order and make sure you follow them in that order every single day. You can also make yourself a little daily checklist of things or habits you need to make sure you're doing every day. If you don't know where to start, you can just search up on the internet a good morning and nighttime routine. There are loads of good ones out there. And if you really want to test yourself, I've created a 30-day self-improvement challenge for everyone in my self-improvement community, so you can just follow that if you'd like. I will leave you a link in the description to it. Although it is a challenge and will be harder, I do recommend that you start with a simple one before going on to the challenge. By having and following a routine, it will help you build plus understand discipline and delayed gratification. It will also help your subconscious brain get into the rhythm of just sticking to a routine and just doing things that benefit you regularly. This is massively important to prepare your mind for when you take the next step up and start fully dedicating yourself to getting an aesthetic physique, and so you don't just quit after a few weeks. Remember that this isn't just a sprint, this is a whole journey. If you're expecting to look like a Greek god after just 3 weeks of training, well, I've got bad news for you, because that is impossible, and anyone that tells you that you can do that is just lying. Okay, so now I'm going to give you some of my best tips and advice for getting an aesthetic physique, and if I was you, I would get a notepad and write these down. This is going to be the last part of the video, but it's one of the most important. Number 1, 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight daily. This is essential for muscle growth and recovery. Number 2, eat nutrient dense foods. Focus on foods rich in vitamins, minerals and healthy fats. This will speed up the process of muscle growth, recovery and protein synthesis, ultimately making you grow faster. Next up is clean bulk first. Basically, I just mean to feed your body with more fuel than you're burning, but you need to make sure that it's all healthy, nutrient dense foods like I was saying before. Don't just go straight into a cut at the start just because you want to lose fat, because it's pointless. You should bulk for the first 6 months to a year so you can actually build some muscle before you burn off all the fat. Number 4, training to failure. Push your muscles to their limits in every set. Training to failure maximizes growth, ensuring you're getting the most out of every workout. Number 5, prioritize rest. Get at least 8 hours of sleep each night and avoid eating 3 hours before bed. Your body goes through cycles whilst you're sleeping, and when you're in the deep sleep cycle, your body releases growth hormone, which obviously promotes muscle growth and repair. But if you eat just before you go to sleep, it takes longer for your body to get into that state, so overall you'll be having lower quality sleep. The next thing is stay hydrated. Drink plenty of water throughout the day. Hydration is key for muscle function, recovery and overall health. Quick tip for staying hydrated is put a little pinch of salt in your water, but make sure it's Celtic sea salt or pink Himalayan salt, not chemically altered iodized table salt. And the last thing, intermittent fasting. I put this last because I really want you to focus on muscle growth and bulking for the first few months of training, not losing weight. I do this every single day. I do the 16-8 method. This allows your body to recover more and also burn fat at the same time because you're in a ketosis state. And by 16-8, that means that I don't eat for 16 hours and I eat for 8 hours during the 24-hour day. Basically, I don't eat past 8 p.m. up until 12 o'clock the next day. I suggest that you do more research on all of these different points because they're all so effective and there's reasons why I've put them in here. I simply didn't want to drag this video out and make it more boring for you guys. But if you do want me to go over any of these topics in detail, then let me know in the comments down below and I will do that for you. Okay, so now I'm going to do a quick recap of everything we've gone over in this video. Don't skip this because it's important. Okay, so the tier list. These are just some muscle groups that I want you to mainly focus on if you're trying to get an an aesthetic physique, but that doesn't mean you should just skip training everything else. Basically, if you're using my free muscle growth plan, then on the full body day, just train these muscle groups. So you're training them for an extra day, promoting more muscle growth in those areas. Number 2, how to actually stay consistent. I can't really overview this, but this is extremely important. You need to make sure you cultivate discipline before you get into anything serious. Because the most important thing with getting a good physique that no one tells you is the ability to stay consistent. And the last one, the best advice for getting an aesthetic physique. Like I said again, you should do more research before you start doing any of these things. And I can tell you that these are the best things that you can actually do. If you're still here and you've actually watched this video all the way to the end, congratulations, because you now have all you need to attain an aesthetic physique, and you have proved that you're actually serious about this because you watched this to the end. I would really appreciate it if you could leave a like on the video and drop a comment down below to help me out so I can keep making videos just like this one. And also subscribe to the channel and turn on bell notifications so you can be notified every single time I drop a banger like this one. I've also got a completely free self-improvement community where I help people exactly like you to achieve their goals and become a better version of themselves. And we have a number of different detailed courses to help you achieve that. So if that sounds at all interesting to you, then I'll leave you a link in the description down below so you can join it and get involved. And as always, good luck on your journey. I believe in you, and 1% better every single day.